In 2001, scientists discovered something that completely changed how we understand the human mind. When the brain is not doing anything, it does not rest. It begins doing its most important work. But most of us never let it, because we are afraid of silence. And that is precisely why you are stuck. Tuan understood this at 6 in the morning, sitting on old stone steps with the strangest man he had ever met. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat in complete silence? No phone, no earphones, no television. Just you alone with yourself. Not meditating, not sleeping, just sitting, doing nothing with yourself. If you are trying to remember, that is the problem. The old man watched Tuan pick up his phone for no reason. What were you about to do? I don't know, I just picked it up. That's right. You didn't pick it up because you wanted to see something. You picked it up because you were afraid. Afraid of what? Of yourself. A 2014 study at the University of Virginia gave participants 2 choices. 1. Sit alone quietly with their thoughts for 15 minutes. 2. Press a button to give themselves a mild electric shock. 67% of men chose the shock. Some pressed the button 190 times. They would rather hurt themselves than sit alone with their own thoughts. We are not afraid of failure. We are not afraid of hardship. We are afraid of silence. The brain was built for survival, the old man said, not for reflection. Silence, to the brain, feels like standing in an open field with nowhere to hide. Dangerous. Then what do I do? You must learn how to do nothing. And that is harder than any skill you have ever learned. I want to ask you a question, and I want you to really think about it before I give you the answer. If tomorrow you lost everything, your job, your title, your money, who would you be? Not what would you do, but who would you be? Most people don't have an answer, because most people have never been in silence long enough to hear it. 2,500 years ago, Lao Tzu wrote a sentence that modern science took until 2001 to understand. 知虚己, 修精度. Reach the ultimate emptiness. Hold to the stillness with complete resolve. Do you know what that old man was describing? Tuan shook his head. In 2001, a neuroscientist named Marcus Rakel was scanning people's brains with an fMRI machine. He expected to see the brain go quiet when people rested. Instead, he saw the exact opposite. When the brain had no specific task, a massive network suddenly lit up. And that network did only one thing. It asked the question a busy mind never has time to ask. Who am I when no one is watching? But that network only activates when you are not doing anything else. Tuan looked at the old man. He wrote about fMRI machines 2,500 years ago. No, but he knew about silence. But observing is not enough, because silence doesn't automatically heal you. Silence is just the door. The question is, what do you do once you walk through? 贵更越境，是谓复命. Returning to the root is called stillness. This is called returning to one's natural essence. When you were small, what did you love to do? Not what did you want to become? Not what were you good at? What did you love when no one was asking and no one was paying? I want you to pause for a moment too, not for Tuan, for yourself. Before anyone told you your passion wasn't practical, before society showed you what success was supposed to look like, what did you love? That answer is still there. It didn't disappear. It is just buried beneath 10 years of achievements. Drawing, Tuan said, sounding slightly surprised at himself. I used to draw constantly before you decided to become successful, the old man said gently. But here is what most people do the moment they hear that voice. They immediately turn it into a new goal. I love drawing. I'll become a famous artist. I love writing. I'll publish a best-selling book. I love cooking. I'll open a restaurant. And just like that, the emptiness disappears, and the true self gets buried again, this time under a new ambition. Tuan stopped. But what if I just find a new goal and chase that? Won't that fill the emptiness? The old man didn't answer immediately. He just asked one question back. How many times have you already done that? Tuan went quiet. The first goal. After reaching it, empty. The second goal. After reaching it, empty. Now the third. And here he was. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. You run, the machine speeds up. You run faster, the machine speeds up again. Each time you achieve something, the happiness lasts a little shorter, and the next goal has to be a little bigger to fill the gap. Until one day, no goal is big enough anymore. Lao Tzu wrote, 为学日益. In pursuit of learning, every day something is gained. The more you add, the more you feel you lack. Because you are running from the outside in. 为道日生. In pursuit of the Tao, every day something is dropped. You don't escape the treadmill by running faster. You step off. The last sentence of the Tao Te Ching, the one Lao Tzu chose to end his entire life's work. 为不争. Act without striving to win. Not do nothing. Not wait for the perfect moment. Act, but not to win. Not because anyone is watching. Not because it needs to be big enough to post online. Act because not acting leaves something missing. When was the last time you did something that no one saw, no one praised, no one paid for? If you can't remember, you stopped living long before you realized it. Do you ever worry your paintings aren't good enough? Tuan asked. No, because I don't paint for anyone to see. I paint because when I don't, something feels absent. Like a missed meal, not painful, just empty. The difference between two kinds of goals. Goals from fear, when you reach them, emptiness. Goals from your nature, when you reach them, You want to continue. Water doesn't flow because it lacks something. It flows because that is what it is. Before leaving, Tuan asked the question he truly needed answered. So, what exactly do I do now? 3 things, the old man said. And all 3 are so simple that you'll find excuses not to do them. The first, 20 minutes a day of doing nothing. No guided meditation, no podcasts, no planning tomorrow. Just sit and observe whatever rises in your mind. Your brain will jump everywhere. It will want to check your phone. It will tell you that you're wasting time. That is the sign you are doing it right. The second, a morning question. Today, if no one was watching and no one was paying, what would I do? Don't answer immediately. Just ask the question. Let it float in your mind throughout the day. After a few weeks, the answer will come on its own. The third, do it for 10 minutes with no expectations. When the answer appears, no matter how unreasonable it sounds, do it for 10 minutes. No goals, no expectations of results, just 10 minutes. And see how you feel. Tuan listened. Then he opened his phone. For the first time, not to check his email, he typed a single word into his notes. Drawing. Nothing else, no plan, no goal, just one word, like a seed. Do you remember the question I asked at the beginning of this video? If you lost everything, who would you be? Tuan found his answer. Not because he became an artist, not because he quit his job, but because, for the first time in 10 years, he allowed himself to be quiet long enough to hear what had been waiting inside him all along. Lao Tzu wrote, "Wan wu bing zuo, wu yi guan fu." All things arise together. I watch their return. Everything that flows away eventually returns. Every winter eventually becomes spring, including the part of you that you buried a long time ago. But only if you are brave enough to sit still and listen. Leave one word in the comments, the thing you loved doing before life became complicated. Just one word, like Tuan wrote. And maybe that word is the seed you have been waiting a long time to plant.